Imagine the shock of discovering that what patients say about their own health might just outshine expert medical opinions when it comes to predicting survival in advanced lung cancer, a finding that's flipping the script on how we approach treatment for non-small cell lung cancer, NSCLC, with immunotherapy. But here's where it gets controversial. Could this patient-led insight really challenge the authority of traditional doctor assessments? Stick around, because this eye-opening research might change how you think about cancer care forever. In a world where lung cancer remains one of the deadliest diseases, new breakthroughs are always welcome. This latest study, published in Frontiers in Immunology, dives into patient-reported outcomes, PROs, that's simply the information patients share about their symptoms, quality of life, and daily challenges, and compares them to the gold standard tool doctors use, the Eastern Cooperative Oncology Group Performance Status, ECOG-PS, which rates a patient's ability to perform everyday activities based on physician observations. For beginners, think of PROs as a personal diary of your health journey, while ECOG-PS is like a doctor's checklist. The twist? PROs proved to be stronger predictors of both overall survival, OS, how long someone lives overall, and progression-free survival, PFS, the time before the cancer worsens, in patients undergoing immunotherapy for advanced NSCLC. The research team analyzed data from two major Phase 3 clinical trials, EmpowerLung 1 and EmpowerLung 3 Part 2, both testing the immunotherapy drug semiplimab. In EmpowerLung 1, 283 patients with advanced NSCLC who had high levels of a protein called programmed cell death ligand 1, PDL1, which helps the immune system fight cancer, received semiplimab alone. Meanwhile, EmpowerLung 3 involved 312 patients without certain genetic mutations, like EGFR, ALK, or ROS1, who got semiplimab combined with chemotherapy. To put it simply, immunotherapy works by boosting the body's immune system to attack cancer cells, and these trials were checking its effectiveness in real-world settings. The study evaluated a whopping 25 different PROs using questionnaires from the European Organization for Research and Treatment of Cancer, EORTC, including core quality-of-life questions and specific ones for lung cancer patients. Out of these, 15 PROs were strongly linked to longer OS and did a better job than ECOG-PS. For PFS, 14 PROs showed significant connections, with 13 outperforming the doctor's assessment. And this is the part most people miss: the top performers were patient-reported shortness of breath, dyspnea, and physical functioning, scoring high on prognostic accuracy for OS, C equals 0.635 and C equals 0.619, and PFS, C equals 0.593 and C equals 0.583. In plain terms, if patients reported feeling more energetic and less breathless, they tended to live longer and stay cancer-free longer than those who didn't. Digging deeper, when researchers divided baseline physical functioning into low, medium, and high groups, the results were striking. Patients starting with high physical functioning had a whopping 59% lower risk of death for OS and a 56% lower risk for PFS compared to those with low functioning. This highlights how empowering patients to voice their experiences early on could be a game-changer. For example, imagine a patient noticing subtle changes in their energy levels. By reporting this promptly, doctors might adjust treatments faster, potentially leading to better outcomes. It's like giving patients a louder voice in their own care plan. The researchers summed it up perfectly. These findings may help clinicians prioritize select PROs with the most meaningful and measurable outcomes that predict OS and PFS in advanced NSCLC, thereby minimizing the burden on the patient and increasing the quality of collected data. In other words, by focusing on key PROs, we can make assessments quicker and less stressful, ensuring better data without overwhelming patients. Beyond clinical trials, this opens doors to using PROs in everyday doctor visits. Patients who share their symptoms actively might feel more involved in their treatment, which could lead to improved cancer results. Plus, simplifying how we collect this info could make regulatory processes smoother and shift oncology toward a more patient-focused model. Think of it as turning cancer care into a collaborative conversation rather than a one-sided medical monologue. But let's stir the pot a bit, and here's the real controversy. Does relying on patient reports to outperform expert evaluations mean we're undermining doctors' training and intuition? Some might argue this democratizes medicine in a good way, giving power back to the people living with the disease. Others could worry about inaccuracies or biases in self-reports, especially if patients underplay symptoms for fear of bad news. What do you think? Should pros lead the way in predicting survival, or is this just another trend that might miss the bigger picture? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree that patient voices could revolutionize lung cancer treatment, or do you see potential pitfalls? References: Gandara D. et al. Front Immunol. 2025, 16:1640595. doi 10.3389/FIMU.2025.1640595, https://pubmed.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov/411949333